All right. All right. Back for another Ask Me Anything video. Love Ask Me Anythings. I think that this is so fun. So, this question is in regards to welcome sequences for emails. So, the question is how to set up a welcome sequence for those who sign up to your email list, and what content or types of emails do you recommend sending before they just become part of the weekly emails? Such a good question. Okay. The full answer to this question is in episode 131 of the Profitable Nutritionist Podcast. I recently did an entire podcast episode all about welcome sequences. Actually, I've been teaching a lot about this. I recently did a retreat in Miami and taught all about welcome sequences because they're so important. Really having an automated nurture sequence for your people is massively, massively beneficial for your business. So again, that's episode 131 of the Profitable Nutritionist Podcast. It's called What to Put in a Welcome Email Nurture Sequence. And I go into all the detail on the types of emails to do, but I'm going to give you the short answer here. First of all, the purpose of your emails in a welcome nurture sequence is to nurture your people. It's like, I want you to answer the question, what do I just want to tell them? If you're thinking of sitting down over coffee with someone who may become a client of yours, what do you want to tell them? That's what you're going to do in this welcome sequence. And how do you do that? Well, let's go back to the best framework ever. It's 3 parts for any content. This is on a micro level and a macro level. So you're going to use this framework in every email that you send, any piece of content that you do, but also in your welcome sequence as a whole, you're going to use the same framework here. Are you ready? Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. I got this years and years and years ago. Don't even know who to give it credit to, but it's served me very well. It's so simple. Any piece of content, tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. So that's what you're going to do in your emails. If you are going to eventually be transitioning people into getting weekly broadcast emails from you, which is what was asked originally in this question, then you need to tell them that. Tell them this sequence of emails that you're going to get is blah, 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 certain number of emails, and you're getting it because of this reason. And at the end, you're going to get more helpful emails from me so that you can get blank result. Like, just tell them what you're going to tell them. And then in the emails, you tell them. And at the end of the email sequence, you tell them what you told them, recap everything you told them, and transition them into the weekly broadcast. But just don't assume that people understand the cadence of how this works, or that you send emails periodically to everybody. Some people think that the emails are like one-on-one emails. We are so in our businesses that we think everybody understands how this works. They absolutely do not. So just make sure that you're spelling it out really simply over and over. You're being very repetitive. And the way to do that is to just follow that framework. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and tell them what you told them. Then you're being repetitive. You're giving the information enough times in enough ways that they'll hopefully retain it. Again, that's micro level per email or per piece of content, and then macro for your series as a whole. But like I said, I did an entire podcast episode 131 on exactly what types of emails to put in there. I just really would approach it though, broad strokes, with what would you tell them if you're having coffee? What do they need to know about you? What do they need to know about your process? What do they need to know about themselves and what they're capable of, and why they haven't gotten results so far? That's an interesting topic to explore. What do they need to know about their results and their specific problems? And then the solution that you have to understand that that solution is available right now, that they could actually solve this problem right now. They could actually get those results. I find that a lot of people don't want to talk about the results that their people could get because they feel nervous about guaranteeing them. And so instead, they just never talk about the results. They never paint the picture of what life could be like when someone works with you and gets the transformation that they want. So make sure you are talking about that. Of course, compliantly within your scope of practice. Don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble, but you need to talk about what's possible. There is a way to do that, and your welcome sequence and nurture sequence is a great way to do that. Also, having a crappy email sequence to welcome people into your orbit and to introduce them to how you help people and to you and your process, and to reassure them that you are the person to help them get the job done. Even a crappy one is better than none. So don't be perfectionistic about this. Get something published, and then just make sure that a 5th grader would understand it. I have a 5th grader. Sometimes I literally have him read my stuff and say, does this make sense? And he was like, no. what? And he doesn't understand. And I have to go back and look at the calls to action in my emails or on my website. Is it simple enough? Would a fifth grader understand it? Would they be able to follow the directions in the email welcome sequence or on your website and understand what to do next? If not, let's simplify radically. Okay. Last but not least, nothing is permanent here. So don't get in your head about having a perfect welcome sequence. Just make an agreement with yourself that you're going to come back and you're going to evaluate it. I suggest putting a recurring task in your project management system or a recurring calendar reminder in your calendar, depending on what you use for quarterly, to go check the click rates and check the metrics in those emails, and then evaluate and tweak anything that needs tweaking. But this isn't going to be perfect. It's not supposed to be. And a bad welcome sequence that you get data from is still better than none at all.